More midweek action here in USL League One, and for the final time here in 2021, we come to you from Casa Grande, Arizona, and Grande Sports World as Toronto FC 2 hosts Union Omaha. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks for being with us tonight. The first time that these two teams are facing off ever, as of course Omaha in their expansion season last season. TFC 2 had to sit out last year, but they are ready to go here in 2021, and they are hitting the ground running. And looking at the standings in USL League One, as we sit here in Week 9, Union Omaha can overtake Forward Madison and move in a second spot with a win tonight. Toronto FC 2 sits in 10th spot on 4 points. They've only played 3 games, so still a chance to make up some games here in the next few weeks. And looking at this Toronto FC 2 side, and Garrett McLaughlin, he has been the go-to goal scorer this year for TFC 2, a team leading 3 goals. The second-year pro out of SMU spent last year with RGV and didn't score a goal in 11 appearances, but scored 36 goals in college for the Mustangs. Mike Munoz has told us he's very intelligent with his positioning and movement and is a poacher in front of goal. On the other side for Union Omaha, much like we've seen with Forward Madison, Omaha has been a second-half team when it comes to goal scoring. Last season, they scored 8 goals in the final 15 minutes and 14. That is 70% of its goals came in the second half. This year, they've scored 4 of their 6 goals in the second half, including 2 in the final 15 minutes, including this beautiful goal from Nicholas Firmino against Greenville Triumph, the one that made SportsCenter Top 10. But here tonight in Arizona, the final time that TFC 2 will call Arizona home, it's TFC 2 and Union Omaha. Lineups and first kick are next. And we are ready to go tonight from Grande Sports World. The referees showing up in golf carts, the teams making their way in as well, and we are just about set to go. That is the most dramatic entrance you'll see in USL League One all season long from tonight's referees. And there is Mike Munoz. He is ready to go, saying about that North Texas game, it really could have gone either way. And on this Omaha game, that it's going to be a big challenge going up against the runners-up from 2020, but his team ready to go, and this is the lineup that he puts out tonight. 4 changes for Toronto FC 2, and it's a similar back line to what we saw a couple of games ago against FC Tucson. Paulitz is back in there along with Higgins, and up front, of course, McLaughlin will lead the line with Yates alongside. And on the bench, very experienced player in Caleb Patterson-Sewell, the backup goalkeeper and assistant coach, and a very young Toronto FC2 side. On the other side for Union Omaha, they make 3 changes tonight, and there is Jay Mims making his way out to the field, ready to go for this one. They're on the road in the desert, and here is the lineup for the second straight match. Evan Conway misses out, so Elma Enfor will partner Greg Hurst in the attack. And in central defense, it'll be Jacob Kroll stepping in alongside Dalton Knutson. And Demia Viader will be at left back. The always dangerous Viader, who loves to get forward along with Sosa. So we are just about set to go, and this should be a fun one tonight. TFC2 playing the final time here in Arizona, at least at Casa Grande. They will go down to Tucson and take on FC Tucson on Saturday, and then they will hit the road for Florida, where they will spend the next few weeks before hopefully they can get back into Canada. So the teams are just about set to go. And there is a look at Greg Hurst. Tonight's referee, Jarvis Atagana. It'll be TFC starting in possession, and before the action, a moment to take action. So Garrett McLaughlin stands over it, and he will get us underway. Plenty of colors tonight. TFC2 in all red, and Union Omaha in those Volt away jerseys. We saw a little bit of a sneak peek of them on their warm-ups a year ago, and now we are underway. It's Union Omaha and TFC2 for the first time ever in USL League One. It's been a pretty solid start to the season here for Union Omaha. 3-1-1, that lone loss coming last time out a week ago on the road against Forward Madison, where they will go on Sunday once again. And they are looking to rebound here today. They have spent a whole week now waiting for this game. I'm sure they were chomping at the bit to get back on the field. And here they are ready to go, taking on this TFC2 side that last time out battled to a 1-1 draw against North Texas. Mike Munoz saying it really could have gone either way. And it was also interesting, he said he knew that North Texas conceded that first goal pretty often. It was about getting that first goal. They were able to get it, but couldn't hold out until the end, where North Texas scored the equalizer deep into stoppage time. And it's Union Omaha here starting in possession. It shouldn't surprise Mike Munoz, saying counterattacking could be a big part of the way TFC2 plays tonight. It's taken away, and now TFC2 will get a little bit of time on the ball here if they can keep it. Couldn't find McLaughlin up front. Stephen Yates will form that strike partnership up top. It's 2 4-4-2 formations tonight. The big thing for Omaha, they'd love to get those fullbacks up into the attack with Sosa and with Viader. And Viader already with a goal and an assist to his name this season. Sun setting about a half hour from now, maybe call it now 20 minutes or so, but temperatures today in Arizona around 100 degrees. You get into June in the summertime, those temperatures will stay in the triple digits until the sun sets. And now Toronto looks to get it wide. Chance here to come into the attack. Long switch of play. And this will be taken in by Thompson before it's put out of play. Sosa tracking over in defense. He's wearing the captain's armband tonight. Appeal for handball, but Omaha looks to come away with it anyway. Here's Greg Hurst. One of those new signings this year for Union Omaha, and Vanacore Decker going down on the strong challenge coming in. Like that was Kevin Politz. Of course, has spent some time in League One with Greenville last year in the USL Championship for a playoff team in Hartford Athletic. This will funnel all the way through for Andreas Vaikla, who's making his second straight start. Another giveaway here through the middle. And Omaha looks to start this attack. It's Vanacore Decker trying to get this out wide, eventually does. Ball coming in, N4 with the touch, and couldn't possess it on the turn, and Vaikla will keep this in play. Some pressure here. Vaikla will just send this downfield. McLaughlin looking to hold play up here for Toronto. And now looking to play this down the right. Foot race for it. Goulbourne tracking over. This will deflect into the box, and the first touch for Kevin Piedrahita tonight. Stepping in for Rashid Nuhu, who goes to the bench. Piedrahita, who born in New York and Queens, but since 2011 has played in Colombia. His first season in the United States playing professionally. And now here's Yates coming down this left side. Yates gets the cross away. It's right at the goalkeeper, Piedrahita. Stephen Yates making his fourth appearance, third start. Actually spent 2018 with TFC2 and made 4 appearances in that season, so he's already matched his total here in 2021. Omaha dictating the possession so far. Just a couple of counterattacking opportunities for Toronto. Here's Skierce, the Arizona native out of Nogales, Arizona. This pass misplaced, looking for Sosa, but you can already see how high those fullbacks are getting, with Skierce dropping a little bit deeper to pick up the ball and bring it forward for Omaha. As Vaikla tries to send it out to this near side and finds Thompson. Can't keep it in play. Throw-in coming now for Omaha. Here's Firmino, getting this centrally now for Skierce. And now Knutson. Sosa plays this into space. Down the line for Vanacore Decker. As this deflect out of play. Throw-in now coming for Omaha. You can see all the red jerseys back behind the ball defending. Now as they get into these areas of the field, how quickly can they get into the attack? Piedrahita is able to bring this in at the back. We mentioned the first ever game between these two sides, and still 3 more teams that Toronto FC2 has yet to play, and that being North Carolina, New England Revolution 2, and Fort Lauderdale. I'll get to know Fort Lauderdale quite a bit in the next few weeks. When they go to Florida on Sunday, that's their travel day. They'll face Fort Lauderdale 3 times before the end of June is over. So those two teams will get to know each other quite well here in these next few weeks. And just based on the schedule for Toronto FC2, they will only play 5 teams through about the beginning of July. They played North Texas and Tucson already. Of course, Omaha here tonight, Tormenton, Fort Lauderdale. And we'll play pretty much the rest of the month of June. As they come into the attack here, it's Luca Petrasso. Petrasso now slows things up, trying to turn the corner. Knutson there to cut him off. And it's put out of play. Throw-in coming for TFC2. Petrasso, who played a big part in the 2019 season under Michael Rabaska for Toronto FC2. 26 appearances, 2 goals. Now it's Thompson. Trying to flick this forward for McLaughlin. It's one back here in the center. Bernard Lunar. Spaniard there right in the center of the park, ahead of that back 4 for Toronto. Here's McLaughlin playing with his back to goal. Taking off the ball. Good play by Skierce. Ahead for Hurst. Politz able to get there first and finds Petrasso. Firmino picking this up in a good area. Some room to work. Lets this shot go. It's deflected out, and this will go out for a corner kick. First of the match coming for Omaha. And you know, Firmino not afraid to take one on, as we saw in the open. Of course, that goal against Greenville a few weeks ago. Amia Villader, another Spaniard, will swing this in. Going to the back post, Vikla there to punch it away. It's sent quickly back in. Knutson able to keep it in. And this will be another corner kick, so well done. And good hustle by Knutson, the center back, to keep that alive for Omaha and earn another corner. Play this in short. Villader will get this back. And a third corner upcoming here for Omaha. Third straight in-swinger here for Union Omaha. Villader sends it in. Vikla there to punch it away again. Kroll, long diagonal. Villader still over there, an appeal for handball. And now finally, possession will go back to Toronto as this is out for a goal kick. Well, Toronto comes in, or pardon me, Omaha comes in joint best defensively, and there are some Omaha fans taking this one in. It might be JP Skierce's family, of course. You mentioned he's from Arizona, Nogales. Bit of a home game for him tonight, and they'll come back to Arizona 2 more times to take on FC Tucson in July and August. Yates trying to play it through this back line. This might work. Piedrahita was off his line. It's just bouncing around, and finally the goalkeeper's able to jump on top of this. Bit chaotic there for a moment. But Piedrahita able to calm things down. Goulbourne was almost in on goal. Fortunate deflection there at the back, and Piedrahita just able to keep his footing. You know, Garrett McLaughlin was waiting to pounce on that. Mike Munoz told us he's a poacher in front of goal. Those are the moments that TFC2 will have to jump on and be successful on. Thompson. It's fouled by Vanacore Decker.
Forget about it. Let's go. Next one. Angle again, Kev. Walk it up, fight club. Be alive, Meddy.
Vaikla will distribute. Intercepted by Kroll. And now it's Sosa. Is it ahead for Vanacore Decker? Running at Petrasso. Vanacore Decker trying to turn the corner. Petrasso cuts him off and wins it back for Toronto. Thompson looking to carry this out for Toronto. Falls in the middle for Mehdi Issousi, the Tunisian midfielder. This time it's Villader that steps in and wins it back for Omaha. This deflected out. It'll be another corner coming right at the quarter of an hour mark here from Casa Grande, Arizona. It'll be Villader once again. This time an outswinger from the far side. Low ball sent in. It's cleared away almost immediately. Kobe Franklin waiting there at that near post. Omaha keeps it. Firmino sending this in. N4. They'll track this down and find Vanacore Decker. Sosa trying to get this all the way in. Good ball looking for Knutson. Sosa, dangerous ball coming in. Another look at it here. Wasn't sure if it was going to get over the head of, and looked like Niall Higgins there. I think he was lucky to see that just go out of play. Long switch of play, and Sosa there to intercept it. He vacated that spot, and Thompson now. Knutson stepped in, but it's a foul before that challenge, and a free kick coming for TFC2. Yates and Petrasso now look to stand over this. A set piece opportunity for TFC2. Can they take advantage of it here? Petrasso will drive this in. Sosa to head it straight up into the air. Goalborn is headed out. It will go back to Union Omaha. Pull up your car, open up your trunk. May not be the most normal situation here for TFC2, but it's kind of a fun little atmosphere. You get some fans kind of pulling up, able to tailgate. Now they come through the middle. N4 goes down, and this will be a free kick going the way of Union Omaha. Kind of running into the back there of Kobe Franklin. And just taking out N4 there. So a free kick just inside of the midfield stripe. Coming down this right side, it's Vanacore Decker. The assist king from last year. Really strong season for Ethan Vanacore Decker. 3 goals, 6 assists. Has yet to find himself involved in a goal here in 2021, at least via a goal or an assist. Sosa. He's looking for Hurst. Play down the line and over the top. McLaughlin. And now it's Yates picking up that second ball. And Skeers coming in and winning it back for Omaha. He's been very solid so far in that midfield. Looks like Firmino staying a little bit deeper in this formation as well. Here he is on the ball. He'll carry it forward. Via Dare. Skeers, good first touch. Finds Sosa. Once again, back post. Vikla coming off his line. Bit of a collision with Nicholas Firmino. I think Firmino came out second best as Vikla makes the catch and is able to hold on to it. Sosa and Villadare. It's really no surprise that they have been the ones spearheading this attack so far, getting crosses in dangerous areas. So a drop ball will get this back underway. Here's Petrasso. And Paulitz. Now it's Toronto's time to gain some time on the ball, work that possession. So far just going side to side, trying to look vertical here. Goulbourne, good little flick to turn the corner, but couldn't get around Villadare. Diagonal ball ahead for Hurst and just poked away at the last moment. Paulitz stepping in. Playing this in behind, and this is a good run coming from Thompson. Kosi Thompson's cross in the middle. McLaughlin was there, couldn't get ahead on it. It's taken in by Villadare on the far side. And now Doyle will send this downfield. Paulitz will now play it back for Vikla. It's those quick strike attacks so far for TFC2. Good overlapping run. Petrasso looking to get in behind. Squares this ball, top of the box. Yates was there. Thompson now sliding in, and a chance for Union Omaha to counter. Here's Nicholas Firmino. Advantage being played. Firmino in open space. Firmino will take this himself. Eventually he loses out. There were a couple of options there. I'm not sure he really could have done much more with that chance. A really nice pickup, though, for Jay Mims in the offseason with bringing the Brazilian Firmino over from New England Revolution 2, where he made 16 appearances. Means he played in every game, scored 4 goals. He had been with the New England Academy since 2017, so to get a solid player like Firmino, who has already contributed this season, it was a plus for Jay Mims, and now he has played in every game this being his 6th appearance and 4th start. Viader. Here's Knutson. Knutson will once again look for that long diagonal ball and he'll get it out to that left side. Here's Doyle. Viader. Brings this in. Doyle to his left. He'll find Doyle. Cross comes in. Vikla is able to squeeze this. N4 was waiting for any juicy rebound. Looking for that long switch of play. This will be headed back to Piedrahita. Well, since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One, USL Championship, and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Hurst flicks this along. Looking to get it right back from Doyle, of course, the former Chattanooga Red Wolves teammates. Viader in for Firmino. Doyle will track this down on that left side. Just one shot for either side so far. Not a whole lot of clear-cut chances, but Union Omaha has had 4 corners already. Colborn will head this out. Throw in coming for Union Omaha. Some more Omaha fans taking this one in. Of course, a warm night in the desert. Viader to the end line. Vikla just has to put this out of play. Was it out first before he touched it, though? I think that's what he's appealing for. I don't think he'll win that appeal. Corner kick coming for Omaha. Viader to whip this in again. More depth to this. Headed towards goal. Flicked along and blocked. That's got to be the best scoring opportunity for Omaha so far. Looked like Knutson got that last touch, but it was blocked down just in front of goal. Vikla, who had been very good punching the ball away, couldn't do that as that ball was heading away from his goal. Didn't want to get caught in no man's land, but Toronto just able to clear it away. Oh, misplay at the back. N4 sliding in. Heavy challenge here on Politz. And that was a big one coming in. He knew what N4 wanted to do. He was going for the ball, but this might be a decision from the referee, Jarvis Atagana. Definitely something to think about here. That was a rash challenge coming in from N4. This will be a talking to. See if there's going to be a card issued. Here's a look at it again. For N4 not get away, or to get away with no card here. That is a bit of a surprise there, and you could hear Mike Munoz saying studs up, something of the sort, but no yellow card issued there to Elma Enfor. And what's the decision going to be here? Let's see what the decision is. It's going to be a throw in here. So Toronto will get this back underway. Now it's Yates trying to find space. Goulbourne on the far side. He'll keep it in play, but he'll concede possession in doing so. Omaha's been looking for that diagonal switch of play quite a bit tonight. Sosa on the overlapping run. Here's Vanacore Decker. Finds Sosa. Trying to get this cross in. It's blocked by Petrasso. And another corner kick here for Omaha. Already number 6 of this first half.
Hey, Itzy, wake up! Hey!
So right at the half-hour mark, Nemia Villader to whip this in again. First, a bit of a stoppage. Now a chance to whip this in. Villader punched away, headed off the line. It looked like Vikla was going to get there. It was headed towards goal and then cleared off the line, and now the whistle will blow and a foul will send it back to Toronto FC 2. But 2 near opportunities here on the last 2 corner kicks for Union Omaha. These set pieces have been dangerous for the away side. They know how close they were to finding that opener tonight. And a hydration break here in the first half. Temperatures right around 100 degrees here as the sun sets. Let's look at that corner kick again. Vikla missed it, and it was Skierce who got his head on it. And McLaughlin was the one to save it off the line. So how about that? Not only can score some goals, he can save them as well. And there's the challenge again. Of course, he was going for the ball as he lost possession. That's a tough one there for Toronto to swallow, and no card given, but Enfor lucky to get away with it. A beautiful sunset here from Casa Grande, Arizona. The last time that TFC2 here will play at this field. Mike Munoz along with Greg Vanny helped to start this with the RSL Arizona Academy quite a few years ago. It's kind of been a perfect spot for TFC2 in this situation before they head over to Florida and join their MLS side here in the coming weeks. So Omaha, the last team that gets the honor of playing here at Grande Sports World. It's a little bit closer to Phoenix than it is Tucson, but pretty close to being right in the middle of the two. Actually, Phoenix Rising's new Wild Horse Pass, not too far away from here, to be honest. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule for Union Omaha. They'll be on the road once again to Ford Madison before they are home for then 3 of the next 4 after Sunday's game. They'll head out to Richmond. That'll be a tough matchup, but some interesting matches coming up for this Omaha side. They sit right now in 3rd spot. Now, level on points if you look at live standings with Ford Madison. both with a goal differential of 4. As play is back underway after the hydro break. The best chance of the game coming just moments ago there for Union. Omaha on the corner. Skiers's header saved off the line by McLaughlin. Bernard Lunar trying to play this down the middle. This is going to be a tough game for Garrett McLaughlin to really get involved. He's been doing a lot of hold-up play kind of right in the middle and letting the runners to his left and his right get up the field, and not been too successful at that so far. Viader ahead for N4. Another heavy touch. He loses possession again. Susi couldn't get it wide. Eventually, it does go wide. Bernard Lunar. Now it's Goulbourne. Throw in here coming for Kobe Franklin. Bernard Lunar will get it right back for Franklin. What can Toronto muster up here in these last 10 or so minutes of this first half? Petrasso. It's taken away. It's Skiers. Put on the brakes and find Vanacore Decker, who's coming centrally now. Vanacore Decker. Wide for Doyle. He'll tee one up and send it out of play. You can see him setting himself on that right foot. The experienced Connor Doyle sends it out of play. Only scored 2 goals the last 2 seasons with Chattanooga. Over 40 appearances in League One. Thompson cuts in field. Go see Thompson able to keep his footing. Now he's fouled. Firmino got his foot stuck in. Free kick Toronto. And a yellow card issued to Nicholas Firmino here in the 37th minute. So Firmino, the first to have his name taken for this challenge here. Bit clumsy, just leaving that right foot in there and taking down Thompson, who was cutting in field. Looks like it's Franklin and Petrasso who stand over the set piece, both the fullbacks for TFC2. Petrasso will send this in. Looking for the header into the middle. Yates' shot is saved off the line via Dare, and then this is off the crossbar. 2 near chances for TFC2 right back to back. So both teams have had a shot saved off the line now here in the past 10 or so minutes. And we still sit at 0-0. Here's that whole sequence again. Right off the training ground, Yates had it saved. It looked like it was deflected. And then an acrobatic shot coming from that right side. I believe that was McLaughlin as well. I think Piedrahita just deflected that enough for it to be saved off the line. And now a counter-attacking opportunity. Doyle getting this wide for Hurst. And he'll just look to keep this in play. Now he earns a corner. Well done there by Greg Hurst. So when Toronto has gotten into that attacking third, they've been quite dangerous. But it's really been a struggle to gain time on the ball and get it into that last third. And another corner kick. They are really starting to mount here for Union Omaha. Viadair once more. Vaikla punches this away. Kroll will send this back in, and it's taken by Vaikla. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forever-proud. Some pressure here on Piedrahita. It's it downfield, Hurst. Politz. And here's Niall Higgins. Masusi. On the turn. Here goes Kosi Thompson. Running at Sosa, cutting in field. Yates will keep this moving. Goulbourne. Bernard Lunar. Isusi. Goulbourne trying to get this in somehow. And Viadair will carry this out. Space to work down the left side. Two options to aim for in the middle. More red jerseys getting back defensively. It's still Damia Viadair all the way into the box. And now taken by Vaikla. Trying to do it all himself was Viadair. Well, the USL on ESPN continues tomorrow with a midweek rivalry matchup on ESPN Deportes. Copa Tejas returns when El Paso Locomotive visits Austin Bold FC, a 9 p.m. Eastern contest in the Lone Star State. It's El Paso and Austin. ESPN Deportes tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Jesus Acosta, Jose Rodriguez will have you covered for that one. Plenty more ESPN Deportes matches coming up in the month of June. Franklin will whip this in. Blocked down before it even got there. Kroll stepping in. Now Firmino. And Sosa. Nearing halftime here from Casa Grande, Arizona. Ahead for N4. Kind of skipped up on him. He is fouled, and it'll be a free kick for Omaha. Higgins. Another look at the foul. As Higgins and N4 colliding. Well, this is far enough away. They have to send this in, or will Sosa maybe have a slight look at goal here? Just a one-man wall here. 35 or so yards.
No run! Don't drop the run, coach!
Sosa, he'll curl this in, back post, N4 got his head on it but couldn't redirect that towards goal. That was a free header there for Elma N4. Good ball sent in by Faraday Sosa. And it goes back to TFC2. Final minute of regular time. We will get some stoppage due to the hydration break. Firmino able to keep it here for Omaha. Vanacore Decker, low drive, and sent wide. I'm just trying to jumpstart this attack here for Union Omaha. It's been mostly on set pieces from those corner kicks that have really started to mount now for Union Omaha in this first half. They have 7 corner kicks, but that one just the 5th shot of the half. As we get into 3 minutes of additional stoppage time at the end of this first half. Both teams have had shots saved off the line. Aside from that, the attacks have been few and far between, and both of those shots that were saved off the line came via set pieces. Cross sent in. Headed back for Vikla. Well, Mike Munoz said coming into this game he expected a lot of crosses, and already open play crosses. That is Omaha's 10th in this first half. It was something they were very cognizant of, saying they wanted to try to block as many of those as possible. There's been a lot for Vikla to deal with, especially on those corner kicks and even through open play. Trying to go route one. McLaughlin tracking this down. Knutson heads it out. It'll be a corner kick now for Toronto. A little something out of nothing there. Just looking to knock a ball up over the top. It's the first corner kick of the match now for TFC2. It'll be the right back coming over, Kobe Franklin, making his 4th start of the season. The referee will slow things up here for a moment. Still a conversation here between Firmino and it looks like the captain, Niall Higgins. Still a conversation here with Higgins, the 23-year-old from Ontario. Actually spent last year in Sweden. It was something that Toronto tried to do with players because of course, they couldn't play games in League One. Of course, it was Jordan Perusa who got loaned out to San Antonio as well. Now play this short. Goulbourne. Ball clipped in. Missed header there on the putback. It's blocked down. And then top of the box, shot out of play. And that'll be the last action of this first half. So set pieces have played a big part in this first 45 minutes, but nothing to split these two sides. Here from Casa Grande, Arizona, it's halftime between Union Omaha and Toronto FC 2, and nothing to split the two sides here after 45 minutes. Welcome back to halftime between Toronto FC 2 and Union Omaha. And looking back to last weekend, North Texas was the only team that came back previously to this Saturday and forced a couple of losses from teams that had scored first. But when looking at this week, we start in North Texas. Toronto FC 2 taking on North Texas Soccer Club. Garrett McLaughlin, he would be a dangerous player in this game for TFC2. He would hit the woodwork first, and then just a few minutes later in the 58th minute, he would find the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Toronto FC 2. But North Texas would, of course, be on the comeback trail for Garrett McLaughlin, his team-leading third goal of this season for TFC2. They would be close. Vikla, a big save just to parry that one out, just enough to clear the danger. But North Texas would not be done yet. Alex Bruce, he's been in League One quite a bit in his career, and he would be the one to finish this one off. And this would be the only draw for teams that scored first this or last weekend. So North Texas gets a point out of this one deep into stoppage time. Alex Bruce, the goal scorer for North Texas. And then in North Carolina hosting Tucson, Selmir Miscic, he would get that first touch, get around the goalkeeper, and then slot it home. His second goal of the season. And North Carolina was off and running. That was in the 9th minute. But then just a few minutes later, Tucson would respond. Miscic celebrating there with his teammates. Just a few minutes later, this would be an own goal. Coming off Peter Pearson into the back of the net. So 1-1, FC Tucson, North Carolina would go into halftime. John Gallis' side would recollect themselves come the second half. Manuel Ferriol, beautiful strike, top corner, 2-1 to Tucson, and they would come away with the win Saturday night in North Carolina. You can see what it means to Manuel Ferriol, who gets the game winner for FC Tucson. So Tucson victorious, and then under the lights once again at CHI Memorial Stadium. And for Richmond, this would start off well. Olex Anderson, in off a slight deflection. He gets credited with the goal anyway. 1-0 to the Richmond Kickers on the road. This was all in the second half as well. So he gets that in the 47th minute, just right after halftime. Back the other way. Easy finish. Ricky Ruiz, all he had to do was just redirect that into goal, and he gets the equalizer there in the 53rd minute. So Richmond only had a lead of about 6 minutes before Ruiz brought Chattanooga back level. And then late on, you can see the light starting to take effect. Juan Galindrez, he would slot this one home. Beautiful finish from Galindrez, just picking up that loose ball, slotting it by Akira Fitzgerald, and that would give Chattanooga a 2-1 win on the night, their second straight win at home. And then Tormenta and Ford Madison. What a comeback this was, but Luca Meyer, beautiful goal here to give Tormenta the lead. Beautiful set piece. 1-0 on the front side of halftime for Tormenta at home. But come the second half, just the switch has flipped, for Ford Madison. Come the second half, Derek Gebhard, he would get on the end of this. It would go off the woodwork. Did it go in first? Who knows? But Gebhard made sure that it was 1-1 to Ford Madison. And then about 5 minutes later, the player of the week, the captain, Turbo, Connor Tobin, flies in for his second League One goal in the 54th minute. That would be the game-winning goal for Ford Madison on the night, going over to celebrate with the fans that had made the trip. And then one more for good measure, Jake Keegan in the 82nd minute. He would take this one himself and win the game 3-1 for Ford Madison. Second half coming up.
I did get an interesting text from someone in the Phoenix organization talking about how big and physical that game was, and maybe they didn't necessarily know it was going to be just like that. I think they got a good taste. By the way, in case you're wondering, Forrest Lasso is competing for the Summer Olympics in gymnastics. Just wanted you to know. What you got next?
Lee Cohen, he was part of that routine.
Bring it to me.
Forrest Lasso, the defender of the year, leaping over the ad boards and pirouetting his way toward the dugout.
Brought down one time, what a strike! Dion, he now has a brace. Bonilla on the board. Into the back net, Dylan Mirris. Ketterer sends it out.
And a goal there by El Paso.
News and notes from around USL League One, and the league sending 4 players to international duty, including Dyrone Reyes, who got on the field tonight for Cuba in their World Cup qualifier. So very exciting for the Fort Lauderdale youngster. The Academy Cup is complete. Go to usl-academy.com for all group results. And the player of the week, it's Connor Tobin after his second League One goal. He headlines the team of the week presented by Clear Audio. 4 Mingos on there and 4 players from New England Revolution too. Both of them had big wins last week. And speaking of Ford Madison. They were in action against Fort Lauderdale last night. George Acosta, he would get the first assist of the night, hooking up with Mitch Curry to make it 1-0 to Fort Lauderdale. And for Acosta, already 5 assists on the season so far. Then Jake Keegan on the other side of halftime, he would find a goal. Then an own goal. It would make it 2-1 to Fort Lauderdale, but that would make it for a exciting finish at Dry Pink Stadium. Look at this first touch, and look at the goal from Derek Gebhard, being an early front runner for goal of the week there for Gebhard. And points are shared on the night, 2-2 there in Fort Lauderdale. Gebhard stealing a point at the end for Madison. So that was Tuesday's result. Going back to Saturday, 4 other final scores, including TFC 2 and North Texas drawing, along with Tucson getting a big 2-1 win on the road. And what is to come? 4 more games on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, and then Toronto FC 2 will move homes once more. They will go to the Orlando area. They will welcome in South Georgia Tormenta on Wednesday. Highlights and stats along with the second half coming up next. Getting set for the second half from Casa Grande, Arizona. It's TFC 2 and Union Omaha. And, of course, the Parliament taking this one in Omaha, Nebraska. The Rathskeller Beer House in Omaha taking this one in. Of course, a great night to be watching some Union Omaha soccer. So thanks for tuning in. And we'll see if Omaha can nab a goal in the second half. But a look back at that first half. And play it through this back line. This might work for Toronto FC 2 coming. There would be Piedrahita able to make the save. There would be good service coming in from the fullbacks Sosa and Villader throughout the first half. 10 open play crosses in that first 45 minutes for Union Omaha. And then this would pinball around. A corner kick then coming in. Skierce would have it eventually, or this will be Knutson to have it saved off the line the first time, and then the second time, McLaughlin standing right there on the line, able to clear it out. And then the best chance of the half, Yates has this one saved away by Villader, and McLaughlin's putback goes off the crossbar. So 8 shots to Toronto's 5, and actually the possession battle goes to Toronto in that first half. Union Omaha, though, on the front foot throughout the 45 minutes, and they look the more dangerous of the two sides, especially with those corner kicks where they took 7. Teams making their way out here for the second half. The referees are ready to go as well. And a big 45 minutes upcoming. Omaha looking to get back on the winning track, and Toronto FC 2 trying to do the same. And there is a birthday boy in the lineup today. He's on the bench for Toronto FC2. Temi Etanoglu. He is turning 20 today, and this is a big day for him if he can get off the bench. He has scored 1 goal already this season to go along with an assist. So we'll see if Etanoglu can get off the bench today and help this TFC2 side get on the score sheet. So happy birthday to Temi Etanoglu. And the referee, Jarvis Atagana, is all ready to go. Just needs some players to join him here for this second half. Under the lights, the final 45 minutes from Casa Grande, Arizona of this USL League One season before TFC2 will head east. They'll head there after their game on Saturday against Tucson. That game will be at the Keno Sports Complex down in Tucson on Saturday. So the team's now making their way out. There's Demia Villader, who has played a big part in this match so far for Union Omaha. So no halftime subs, and Greg Hurst stands over this ball to get the second half underway. Teams will, of course, switch ends. Lights fully in effect now here at Grande Sports World, and we are underway here from Casa Grande. The second 45 minutes between Union Omaha and TFC2. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks for staying up late. If you're watching from Toronto, and I guess if you're watching from Omaha as well. Here's Yates. Carrying this forward. It's the first meeting between these two sides. Still a couple of more first meetings upcoming for TFC2. Have yet to play North Carolina, Rebs 2, or Fort Lauderdale. Susi plays it out to that left side. Thompson cutting in field. Still Thompson. Still Thompson. He goes down. This deflects out of play as Goulbourne will let it run out. It's a throw-in coming for Toronto. As Thompson just kept on that run, it looked like he was looking to get a shot away. And eventually it just deflected all the way out for a throw-in. Getting this in. Bernard Lunar couldn't keep it in for Toronto. Enfor trying to carry it out. He was fouled. Free kick for Omaha. Here's Villader. He'll look to switch the play. Couldn't get it all the way across. As Susi gives it right to Firmino. He looks upfield, trying to squeeze this through for Hurst, who gets it wide for Connor Doyle. Doyle has his cross blocked down. Expect a lot of crosses now for Omaha in this second half, as we saw in the first. And Mike Munoz talked about trying to block down some of those crosses and force Omaha centrally. Sosa. Cross coming in. Vaikla, the bicycle kick into the middle. And this will be a foul. And remember, Elma Enfor a couple years ago for Lansing did score a bicycle kick and thought he'd try it again right here. Good attempt from Elma Enfor, but he does commit the foul in the end. As Vikla just had to punch that up into the air, and Politz was fouled in the process as N4 went airborne. Here's Yates trying to get in behind. Bernard Lunar continuing his run. He'll keep this in play, clipping it up, back post, headed on and in. Toronto gets the opening goal on the other side of halftime, and it's Thompson to get it. Kosi Thompson, his first pro goal, and it gives Toronto FC2 the lead. And credit Bernard Lunar for keeping that ball in play. And Thompson was there to provide the finish for TFC2. Piedrahita just couldn't get a touch on that initial cross and then couldn't get down to make the save. An acrobatic finish for Thompson, and you see what it means to him. His first pro goal, and he will absolutely remember that one. The 18-year-old out of North York, Ontario. Thompson, who scored 3 goals with the U16s and 17s in 2019-2020. Gets his first pro goal tonight here against Union Omaha. Wednesday, June 2nd, 2021. A day that Kosi Thompson will remember. And it gives Toronto FC2 the lead. So how does Omaha respond? And of course, missing some firepower for the second straight game with Evan Conway, as he is not in the 18. Where do they turn to for some goals? They didn't score last time out against Madison. They conceded at a similar time here just at the start of this second half. We talked about in the open how many goals Omaha scores in the second half, but can they do that again tonight? Thompson is fouled. Got to be carrying a bit more confidence now, a bit more swagger out there after scoring the goal that he just did. And a yellow card is issued. Ferdi Sosa into the book. Jarvis Atagana. Another look at it, and just a slight tug of the jersey. That'll get you carded almost every time. So the captain, Sosa, goes into the book. And Toronto will get this back underway as they are now nursing this 1-0 advantage. Still about 40 minutes to play, plenty of time, of course, for Omaha to get back in this. Over the top as N4 continues his run. This one knocked into the air by Politz. And now Firmino. Had good vision there, but Bernard Lunar able to cut it out for TFC2. McLaughlin. Not too many touches tonight for Garrett McLaughlin. Here's Vanacore Decker. Might be a good candidate to start this attack. Good turn by Vanacore Decker. Silky dribbling skills, and he's fouled. Free kick to Union Omaha. Bernard Lunar committing the foul there for TFC2. And a great chance now here for Omaha to pull one back. They've been dangerous on set pieces tonight. Looks like Hurst and Villader standing over this set piece. Hurst will send this in, and it looked like he might have been going for goal in that situation and putting it straight out of play. So once again, it's TFC2 to score first. That's something that Mike Munoz mentioned when talking about North Texas last time out, but they did concede late on in that game. And it'll be about staying tuned in defensively, especially on these crosses for this final 35 or so minutes. This is intercepted. Villader. Firmino. N4. Firmino again. Demia Villader. Centrally, Vanacore Decker teeing it up and sending it out of play. Not testing Andreas Weikla. Weikla, the well-traveled goalkeeper. 24 years old. He's from Toronto, but he has spent time in Estonia, Sweden, Finland, and in Norway. In time for the Estonia under-21s and their national team. And a chance here on the counterattack. Skier springs this forward. His pass for Vanacore Decker is not on the same page and out for a goal kick. The SiriusXM Listen Free event is on now through June 8th. Catch 24/7 soccer, including USL All Access, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM FC channel 157, plus hundreds of channels filled with entertainment. Download the SiriusXM app to hear all of it free. Go to SiriusXM.com/free-kick to learn more.
Don't overdraw.
Pressure here at the back. Piedrahita to get rid of this quickly as he sends it downfield looking for Hurst. Trying to flick that on for N4. And a throw and given to TFC2. When they score that first goal, they have yet to lose. That one draw coming against North Texas. This will be a free kick going the way of TFC2. Toronto going quickly. Cross coming in and too close to Piedrahita, who takes it and distributes quick. Here's Doyle. That is the stat that Toronto is trying to avoid tonight. Those game-tying goals, they've given up 2 of them. J. Mims trying to get this attack going. They've had a decent attack with 8 shots already in this game, but only putting 2 of them on target. When you look at the bench, the likes of Austin Pancho, Devin Boyce, Christian Molina, all on the bench. Could provide some attacking quality should J. Mims need to go to his bench at some point tonight. Villader, who's come a bit more centrally now. Diagonal ball forward, and this will skip out of play. The United Soccer League, all 12 League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Firmino, some room to work here in the middle. Finds Vanacore Decker right through the legs of the goal scorer Thompson. Cross comes in. Villader trying to track this down unsuccessfully, but Vanacore Decker keeps it alive for Omaha. Another cross coming in, and right at Vikla. Well, we've reached the hour mark here from Grande Sports World. Final home game here in Arizona for TFC2, where they will relocate to the Orlando area. And after they play Tucson on Saturday, it'll be 2 straight games against South Georgia Tormenta for TFC2. Playing this through the middle. Here's Yates. Stephen Yates plays this in behind. Goulbourne sends the cross all the way through. Headed back down as Susi. And headed away by Sosa. As far as Bernard Lunar. Now Petrasso. And Kosi Thompson. Couple of step overs. Can't get by Sosa, but does win a corner. Just the second corner coming for TFC2 tonight. It'll be Kobe Franklin striding over to take this. Franklin and the in-swinger. Didn't get it by the first man. Petrasso tries to get it back out wide. N4 steps in. Nothing will come of this as Kevin Politz is there defensively for Toronto and then puts it straight out of play. Doyle ahead for Hurst, and now Villader setting up this cross, which is deflected out for another corner kick. Villader will send this in all the way to the back post over everybody's head. But Vanacore Decker will track this down. Sosa places ahead and out of play. So a couple of subs coming on. It'll be the end of the night for Garrett McLaughlin, as Antonio Carlini will come on, along with Hugo Imbong. So Rohan Gulborn and McLaughlin out, Carlini and Imbong in. Tough night for Garrett McLaughlin. Couldn't really get involved too much as he was doing a lot of running and he was doing a lot of hold-up play as well at the top of that formation for Toronto. Gulborn comes out. Solid night for him out on the wing. And we'll see what Imbong, the 16-year-old, can do, along with Carlini, the 20-year-old, who also spent time with TFC2 back in 2019. Here's Firmino. Hurst. Imbong will get this wide. Yates will get this right back and find some space. Imbong's in the middle with Bernal Lunar. Played it behind the Spaniard. Now back for Piedrahita, and Omaha is preparing 3 subs at the next possible dead ball. So Omaha has been in this situation before, but last time out they were not able to come back, losing 1-0 to forward Madison. They do have something going in their favor. They have not conceded multiple goals in a game this year. They have scored multiple goals twice against Tormenta and Fort Lauderdale. The most they've given up in a game is 1. And this will be a talking to as Doyle goes down, and a yellow card will be issued. Kobe Franklin into the book. And here come the subs. So Toby Otieno will come on, making his season debut. Firmino N4 will come off. Austin Poncho and Devin Boyce, the other 2 to come on. So in total, Ethan Vanacore Decker, Nicholas Firmino, and Elma N4 off. Devin Boyce, Toby Otieno, and Austin Poncho all come on. Both teams have now used their first substitution windows. See how these subs influence this final 25 or so minutes. If Omaha fans are looking for some good juju tonight, Austin's brother Logan did score in the USL Championship tonight for Loudon. So maybe something's working for the Poncho brothers tonight. And here is Poncho. Ball in. It was deflected away. Now Petrasso just has to clear this out. And as far as Sosa. Sosa will get there. Defended by Isusi. And now Boyce. Trying to move this defense for Toronto. Villader. Otieno. The header will glance out wide. Did that take a deflection? It did not. It'll be a goal kick. Skeers, who nearly scored in the first half for Omaha, if not for Garrett McLaughlin saving it off the line. So even though McLaughlin wasn't really a factor offensively tonight, he made two big saves off the line for Toronto tonight. And as we look ahead to the weekend in League One, we'll kick off Saturday in Richmond, and then a couple more games at 7 o'clock Eastern time. North Carolina, Fort Lauderdale, Tormenta and Chattanooga. And of course, late night, the final Desert Derby, if you want to call it that, Tucson and Toronto. And then of course, Omaha in action against Forward Madison. Second straight game that those two teams will play in Madison. Here's Carlini. As he cuts in field, he'll keep it alive. Bernal Lunar. Petrasso places ahead for Yates. Carlini making the run down the right. Here's Yates again. Bernal Lunar to play this back. Kevin Politz. Now Higgins. This deflects off of Doyle and out of play. Might have hit him right in the stomach there. It takes a moment to get back to his feet. Good look at it here, and just turning away.
Let's go! Hey, we're tight here. We're tight. I'm up.
Here's Franklin. Carlini. We talked about those second half goals. 4 of 6 already in this second half in this season. Poncho. Otieno calling for it. Now it's Devin Boyce taking this on. Saved by Vikla. Well, the substitutes coming on and making an impact. Poncho finding Boyce. And testing Andreas Vikla in goal. Another corner kick now for Union Omaha. Villader. We'll play this in for Sosa. Now Villader back on side. Edge of the area, sending this in, headed on, and there's the equalizer. Omaha gets one back, and it's now 1-1. The center back, Dalton Knutson. Well, you felt it coming. Devin Boyce coming on the field, putting a shot on target, giving this attack just a little bit of a jolt. Via Dare, pinpoint header, and Knutson able to put that into the corner, and it's now 1-1, and just like Saturday, TFC2 concedes an equalizer, and now Omaha has about 15 minutes to go and try to find a winner. That's his first goal of the season. Now Omaha looking for another. Pancho, Skierce, Doyle sends this in again, cleared away by Kevin Politz. You can see Omaha feeling just a bit more confident on the ball, jump in their step now. Sosa. Sliding challenge by Yates. And he spark an attack now for Toronto. Boyce goes right through the back. Free kick for TFC2. So the second half goals. We've talked about it with Ford Madison last night and again here with Union Omaha. I don't know what it is about the second half for both of these teams, but something just seems to click, and when Jay Mims made those subs, that really changed things for this Omaha attack. Via Dare, low cross in. Kevin Politz there again. And a sub coming on here for Toronto. It's Julian Altabelli, the 18-year-old. We played Stephen Yates, who had a pretty good night up top. He was partnering Garrett McLaughlin in the attack. Kroll. Otieno. Otieno looking for that ball through into the corner as it will run out of play. A hydration break here with about 13 minutes left to go. Fans, follow your club and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Join the more than 12 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. In case you are just tuning in, 1-1, and both of the goals coming in this second half. In this one between Toronto FC2 and Union Omaha. And here was the first goal. And credit Bernal Lunar for keeping this in play, flipping up to the back post, and Kosi Thompson was there to tap it home to make it 1-0 to TFC2. And for the second straight game, they scored the first goal. But then just a few minutes ago, Dalton Knutson able to just glance that header into the bottom left corner and find the equalizer for Union Omaha. And that is where we stand here at this hydration break. About 12 minutes left to go plus stoppage time. Omaha with the momentum at the moment. So what does Toronto FC 2 have going forward now? McLaughlin, their leading goal scorer, not on the pitch anymore. He was brought off about 14 or so minutes ago. And Andreas Weikla will get us back underway. Here's Asusi. Wherever you're tuning in tonight, we appreciate it. YouTube internationally or ESPN Plus here in the United States. Grande Sports World in Casa Grande, Arizona. The home away from home, this being the final game that Toronto FC 2 will play here in Arizona at this venue. They'll play FC Tucson on Saturday before heading to Florida. They will join up with the rest of the TFC club. Foul coming from behind on Villader. Carlini going down. Free kick, Toronto. Franklin stands over this. This will be a chance to potentially lift one into the area. Here's Franklin. Sending this in. Imbong was up for it and he just couldn't make contact with it as it runs out of play. Goal kick for Union Omaha. Pancho chasing after this. And Boyce as well. Toronto will settle here at the back. Ball coming centrally. Otieno able to win it back. Boyce through for Greg Hurst, and he couldn't get the touch on it. And out for a goal kick. Well, there's a reason Devin Boyce has started all 5 games previous to tonight. He was a big player for Union Omaha last year. 16 appearances, 13 starts, and a goal and 2 assists. Really big in that midfield. Felt like he was all over the field last year for Union Omaha, and I think the same can be said here in 2021. You wonder when Omaha could get Evan Conway back, as he has now missed the last 2 games. Of course, a big part of the Union Omaha attack. He has 2 goals this season. He scored 6 last year. And here's the Toronto goal scorer, Kosi Thompson. Cross in, coming in for Imbong, and cut out by Sosa. Boyce down the line for Pancho. This will be too strong as Kevin Pollitt's able to track over. Final 7 minutes of play, plus stoppage time still to come. Viadere trying to get involved. Isusi still going. Otieno tracking over and wins it back for Omaha. And now it's Boyce. Player fell down in the middle and allows Boyce to carry it forward. Wide for Doyle. Here's Viadere. Doyle for Hurst. Back for Doyle, and it's blocked down in front. Great build-up play by Union Omaha. And now it's knocked out for a goal kick. But Hurst and Doyle, they played together the last 2 seasons with Chattanooga, and they really know their tendencies. Nice little give and go, no-look pass from Hurst. He even wanted it back, one more pass. But Doyle saw the whites of the goalkeeper's eyes and said, I am going for goal here. It was blocked down before it got to Vikla in goal. Franklin can't get there and keep it in play. All the momentum right now, it seems, with Union Omaha. Ever since those subs came on, and has really changed the complexion of this game. Looking to play this in behind. Pancho is not onside. Long switch of play. Good touch to get around Boyce. Petrasso out wide for Thompson. Now switch the play again for Carlini. Throw and give in the way of Toronto. Hurst has become much more active here. The cross is blocked down by Politz, picked up by Otieno. Will send this towards goal and out of play. Maybe ill-advised there from the Omaha midfielder. Once again, possession conceded right back to Omaha. Kroll, Knutson. The substitutions for Omaha were made in the 67th minute, and really since then things have changed. Knutson scored 6 minutes later. It was Viadere on the assist. Toronto FC 2 got their goal in the 49th minute from Kosi Thompson. Viadere trying to find Pancho. It's cut out. And here comes Toronto. Altobelli will get this out wide. Isusi Carlini playing this ahead, bouncing around, an appeal for handball, and referee says play on. Well, as things stand in the standings, it would be Madison and Omaha playing on Sunday in Madison, Wisconsin, level on 11 points. Madison would have the advantage, though, with 8 goals to Omaha's 7. I know it's early to talk about standings, but is where we sit. Here's Villader. Trying to turn the corner, skirts the end line. And he was out of play. Goal kick into the final minute of regular time. Bernard Lunar is fouled. And if things stay this way on the side for Toronto, second straight draw. They're kind of the League One nomads here in 2021 until they're able to go back to Toronto. And we get into stoppage time. It'll be 4 minutes of additional time at the end of this 90 minutes. There's 1 goal left in this game. Carlini to the end line, gets the cross into the middle towards the penalty spot. Shot comes on, it's blocked down. Sosa in the right place at the right time. And now a chance for Omaha to counter. Boyce still carrying it, and now gets it over for Otieno. Keeps it moving for Doyle. Doyle's cross, back post, out of play. Nobody there for Union Omaha. Skiers unable to keep this in play. Well, Mike Munoz said coming in, wanted to beat this Omaha side on the counter, which that goal, I wouldn't say it was a traditional counterattack, but I wouldn't say it was through a long spell of possession. And for Omaha, he pretty much nailed it. A lot of crosses, and the fullbacks are so instrumental in the way they play. We have seen a lot of Damia Villader and Ferdi Sosa. There is Villader finding Sosa on the far side. Sosa's cross. And it's out for a goal kick. Midway through the minimum of 4 minutes. Maybe one more chance for Toronto. Bernard Lunar. Deflected out for a throw-in. Carlini. Susi. Petrasso will send this towards goal. Piedrahita has to put it out of play. A big save, and Luca Petrasso nearly scoring one for Toronto from way outside the box. Corner kick coming for TFC2. that would have been a spectacular finish. Here comes the corner. Headed away. Boyce will clear this a bit farther. Final 20 or so seconds. As Susi will send this in. It's cleared away. Petrasso again. Blocked down. And then put out for a throw-in. We're through the minimum of 4 minutes. And there is the final whistle. The points are shared tonight in Casa Grande. TFC 2 and Union Omaha play to a 1-1 draw. A hard-fought 1-1 draw between these two sides. As Omaha comes on the road, they'll be back in action Sunday against Forward Madison, while Toronto FC2 will head down the road and take on FC Tucson on Saturday night. There is one of the goal scorers, Dalton Knutson. We'll come back and wrap things up here from Casa Grande, Arizona. But it finishes Toronto FC 2-1 and Union Omaha 1. Stay with us here on YouTube and ESPN Plus, full time from Arizona. Wrapping things up from Casa Grande, Arizona, and the teams making their way off, and they will head home for the evening as Union Omaha comes on the road and can only salvage a point here tonight against TFC 2. Well, a couple of goals to show you here for our full-time highlights. TFC 2, Union Omaha. Some Union Omaha fans in attendance. I believe that's JP Skiers's family. And in the early going, crosses, and more crosses for Vikla to deal with in goal, and plenty of corner kicks as well. This is an early chance. Knutson almost had a first half goal. It was saved there, and then Skiers saved off the line again by Garrett McLaughlin. Then a great chance coming for TFC 2 at the end of the first half. Villader just able to clear that off the line, and then the follow-up off the crossbar by McLaughlin. Then come the second half, just on the other side of halftime. Kosi Thompson flying in, and a beautiful finish there with his right foot. Just able to redirect that towards goal. Piedrahita couldn't keep it out. It was 1-0 to the youngsters from Toronto. Kosi Thompson, his first pro goal. And then back the other way about 20 minutes later, Dalton Knutson, the center back, on the assist from the fullback. Damia Villader, the defenders, getting it done for Union Omaha on the night. There would be more good chances. This little give-and-go sequence between Doyle and Hurst nearly turned into the game winner. And then for TFC 2, top of the box, shot blocked down by Sosa. This was the chance right at the end. Luca Petrasso put this on frame, and Piedrahita put it out of play. A look here at the standings. So Omaha and Madison locked on 11 points ahead of their matchup on Sunday in Madison, Wisconsin. Toronto moves up to 5 points, but that is only good enough to stay in 10th place. They'll play 9th place, FC Tucson, come Saturday, their final match in the state of Arizona here in 2021. So that does it here from Casa Grande, Arizona for the final time in 2021. It's been a good home for TFC2. They will move on to Florida here in the coming weeks. That's going to do it for our entire crew. I'm Josh Eastern saying so long from Casa Grande, where it finishes TFC 2-1 and Union Omaha 1. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.